So for law firms in particular, what is the risk? Why are law firms such a big risk from cybersecurity?
Yeah, well, I've just mentioned the privileged client information that we have. One of the things that I was actually going to mention was, from my perspective, and I've read a little bit about the different types of cyber threats that are there. There's really, in my mind, there's really two. One is more important for me and my team than probably the main one that everyone thinks about. So there's the cyber attack which comes through your systems. Someone hacks in, drops malware on, and takes your systems down. But there's also the other side of a cyber attack, which is where a criminal or an organisation use technology to get into your systems, and they use it as a tool. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about emails. Fraudulent emails, malicious actors, which pretend to be someone that they're not, your boss, or so that sort of.
So kind of social engineering.
Or business email compromise.
Yeah, and from my perspective as a CFO of the organisation, and in my team, law firms do, we've got large trust accounts. We have a lot of funds that we have to manage. We take direction from our clients as to how to use that. We've got regulations that we need to follow. So we need to be really careful. There's a lot of funds that are moved around within a law firm. So, what keeps me up at night is probably less. We've got IT people that know their stuff at HopgoodGanim. They have some plans, and we'll probably talk a little bit about that anyway. But from my perspective, it's the weak link in the organisation that lets an email through, or clicks on a link, or accepts a fraudulent invoice which has been intercepted along the way, and the banking details change, and we inadvertently pay a large sum of money to someone that we shouldn't have been paying it to. That's a risk that we've got controls obviously around that, which hopefully I'll be able to give you some comfort around, because we do that well. But that's the sort of stuff that I think about, because it's my team that are processing, my team that are looking at the internal controls, and my job to make sure that the organisation understands and is aware that this is pretty important, and we need to get it right.